Okay, getting started here. We're just waiting for Fred. Should take a couple more minutes. Welcome everyone. It's on Sunday morning, Sunday noon. We're doing the award presentation for the Wally Junior Memorial Steelhead Derby in Chilliwack, and we have a big donation that we're gonna make to the Fraser Valley Watershed Coalition. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please type it in the chat. Hello. If you guys can hear this, type in the chat, please. Okay. Thanks, Todd. So anyways, we're doing the award presentation for this season's Wally Junior Memorial Steelhead Derby. I'm looking good. Fred's gonna. This is chatting with them. What are they doing? Waiting for them to get started. So.
Oh yeah. There's an eagle down below there too.
Okay. Okay, we're getting started. So. Are you getting started? I can hand you the microphone. We're live right now. So anytime
okay.
If you want to get started.
Sure. So we're going to do a spiel first.
Okay.
And then we'll do a check presentation. And then we'll do the, Wally will do a little bit of what Wally wants to do.
Sounds good.
And then we'll do the prizes and derby.
Yeah.
Tony will help me with that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. Hello, everybody. Just get your attention. We've got coffee here. Everybody wants a donut, grab that very quickly. We're going to do a presentation here real soon. We'll have a little blurb on kind of what happened this year, and then we'll present a big check to Natasha. Wally will do his normal stuff. Emotional cry too. And then after that, we're going to give out the Derby prizes. Big thank you to all of you guys that participated. So I think it's becoming very obvious when you take a look at the Derby, the history. Wally, what was the number? We've raised 115,000?
115,000.
Yep. That has been 2 years. So when you think about that, especially this year, last year we raised $27,800. The Steelhead Society took a look at what we were doing. They wrote another check to the watershed for $3,000. So that put us over 30. And then this year, with it being just a devastating, horrible year, not just for fishing, but just the negative impact on the environment was incredible, which really highlights the importance of the work that the Watershed Coalition does. When you take a look at the Peach Road and those side channels, that was the only safety that those fish had in that horrendous flood. It was devastating all across the board. So it just highlights how important making habitat and protecting the habitat is. We're very fortunate on this river. We have a hatchery that can augment when we need it, and it's a big success story. But a big part of that success story is how we as individual anglers and with people like the Watershed Coalition, and sometimes even the government steps in to help out. And what it is, it's a partnership. It's the community coming together. It's the community working to make a difference and show leadership. And you guys as anglers, I mean, you're at the foundation of that. Without you guys getting out and fishing and supporting it and sharing that, the gospel, without that, this just simply wouldn't happen. So with that, what we want to do is we want to talk about the bottom line. So Wally and Natasha. So just quickly, our goal in 2020 was 20 grand. It ended up being over 30, and then this year, we thought if we got to 15 or 20, that would be something else because it was such a tough year, but here we are. 30,600 bucks. And just so you guys understand what that means, it's this is just really important to understand. So this money gets levered, and I don't know if she's BSing me or not, but she says she can lever this 3 to 5 times. So if you do the math on that, that's a big number. And you throw a little bit of magic from Matt Foy and his connections, and we partner this up. So if you think about the $115,000 that's been raised over the course of this, is really starting to push $500,000. So, thank you. Yeah, the number that Wally's telling me total in this initiative for the Wally Hall Memorial Derby has been $115,368 to date. Times that by 5, it's a good number. So thank you for your great work. Keep it up. We'll always be there for you.
Thank you
Wally?
ever so much.
There is 2 microphones.
Oh, he's got one. Okay.
Okay.
They look like twins.
Yeah. Anyways, we have a check here for Natasha for $30,060. That's for this year. Thanks to all of you folks. I mean, if it wasn't for you, this wouldn't be happening. And we started this in 2000. And I talked with Fred and over the old Riverside Cafe. And he said, you know, maybe we should do a derby, like a memorial derby. And I said, you know, that sounds great. I wanted to do something for my son to keep his name alive, and what a worthwhile cause this has ended up being. It's just been unbelievable. And it's mainly because of people like Natasha, and they're so numerous. I think I've got them all in here, and it'll probably be on the media page, and you can read about it. But there's, you know, like Gidney Science, you know, like he did the check for us, you know, and they donate that. And Fourth Dimension, the posters and stuff that they make up for us. And Fred with his crew and his due diligence and stuff, that this would never happen, you know. And it's because of all the people that help out. Matt, you know, way back when you were in part of this too, you know, and Rodney, you know, he comes and does a coverage so that you guys can all see what happens here. And my son, he'd be so proud.
Thank you, Wally. He definitely would be proud.
And at the back of all this was the wrap-up draws, which was a big help this year. You know, because we thought it would be afterwards, and we Fred, and I'll tell you, it was a thing of created that kind of put us over the top back into the $30,000 bracket. And all And what have I left out?
Well, the only thing that I can add to this is this year was the 90, what was the number of steelhead we had weighed in this year?
92.
90. So if you do the math, $30. Roughly. So
For you guys, I want to think we had people first 2000. But anyways, and thank you very much, all of you. I really appreciate it, and so does Fred, and anybody that knows what this is doing for our rivers, the Chilliwack and the Bitter rivers. It's unbelievable what these people have done already, the Fraser Valley Watershed Coalition. You can see the work that's been done. And now that Chilliwack River and mid-river spawning ground has been blown out by the flood, and they're talking about redoing a part of that this year with this money. Yeah.
Okay,
You go
Natasha?
ahead. You talk.
now we're going to have the brains talk.
So the first thing I want to say is thank you very, very much for everything that you guys are doing on the river. You really are the stewards. You're out there, you're seeing the fish, you're interacting with the environment. You saw it firsthand, the challenges of this year. Hands up, who was out there fishing before or after the river? Yeah, all of you, right? And were you above Slessy where those clay slides happen? Below? The off-channel habitat work that we do really is the insurance policy, and thank you, Rod, for capturing that. We really were hit hard with a challenge this year, and how we respond requires all of us, and it requires the tools that we have from yesterday and the knowledge we have from the past, but it also really requires a new way of thinking, a new way of contributing. And so the off-channel habitats that we're building really were the safeguard for a lot of those salmon species and steelhead. They were practically on top of each other in the Peach Creek, the off-channel wetlands, and in the next coming few years, our goal is to build more of those off-channel habitats, augment some of those spawning grounds where they all tried to lay their eggs all at once on top of each other. So that's our goal for I'd say the next 2.5 years, and this will be used to leverage against it. One of the opportunities we see is bringing anglers like yourself out to help us in the coming few years as well, so you can really understand and work side by side with biologists like myself and our team, and see how to create spawning gravels, lay them in the ground. What are we looking for? You probably know, but it's fun to contribute. So we're trying to increase volunteer opportunities directly on the river as well with your help. So thank you very much for your stewardship and your activism on the river, really and truly. It's appreciated, and we will make sure we put this to very good use. Thank you.
Matt, do you want to say anything?
Can I talk as a biologist? Because I can't help it.
You Well, we don't like biologists, but go ahead.
Matt is the chair of our watersheds organization, so he is my boss.
So I work for this large organization called the federal government. Get it over with. We're being open here.
We
But
still like you, Matt.
Can you guys hear
growing
this?
up, my strongest memories of fishing on the Vedder was when after we froze our ass off in January, December in a sleet storm. My poor dad would drag me up because I wanted to steelhead fish. Not that I caught one at that age. And we go up to, I think, your family's cafe.
Riverside.
Oh God, we were so cold and wet. And they
If you
had
can
a
hear it, let
display
me know.
where you laid,
Okay,
I
good.
think, the steelhead of the day out. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
So it got in my blood. So when about grade 11, people said, "What do you think you want to do with your life?" He says, "I want to become a salmon biologist." Well, I went to university. I couldn't take a course to be a salmon biologist, so I took a bunch of random courses. But I didn't give up, and I applied for every job from Hartley Bay and Clem-Two and Ida Gua.
Okay, thanks. Let me know if it craps out again.
I just want to say, angling is important for many, many people, both but as young people connect with the land. And Fred talked about killing fish. I'm not advocating necessarily for steelhead, but the issue is, if you think about bread in our culture, breaking bread, it's in religious food is critical. Why do we love salmon? Well, I love salmon for lots of reasons, but really, often it's because we shared a food that we collected ourselves. It's still part of our culture. It has been since the beginning of time. So now, steelhead as an angler, I'm an angler, not a harvester per se, but I just want to point out that salmon are different. They're part of our food culture, they're part of our culture, and part of our daily life. So I really appreciate what you guys do for steelhead and angling and fishing and just keeping our culture alive. We here are unique to this little patch of the world. This is our thing, and it's a great thing we do. And I really appreciate what these guys do. And I'll till my dying day, I'll remember that steelhead laying the catch of the day.
Those were the good old days, Matt.
Okay.
For sure. Thank you. Okay, well, with that, okay. With that, then I guess we'll get to the fun part of the day, which is to give away a bunch of equipment to the guys that deserve it, the guys that caught some fish. I wasn't one of them. I don't think I was in the Derby, but anyway. So Tony, let's get on this part. So we had 544 entries, 92 fish, 69 does, 23 bucks. The first fish was caught by Kirk. I don't even want to try pronounce. Is Kirk here?
Kirk
Basquet, okay. It was December 28th, and for him, we have an envelope with 50 bucks cash in it, correct?
Yep.
Okay, and Kirk's not here? Kirk's not here. So we're going to take the money and buy coffee with it. Okay, first fish over 17 pounds. Well, I think this is the thing.
Okay. Is that? Can you hear this still?
No, we've had a few of them.
So ones that counted in the Derby. You might notice that we put a sign up on our weigh scale, which actually tells you that you have to mark your steelhead on the back of your steelhead license, and apparently some people didn't realize that. So, anyways, hopefully that's all being resolved moving forward. Now the big one here, the Derby winner. He's not here, Ed Fogarty, even though the singer couldn't make it today. Oh, you're here! Well, we got good news for you. We have something that you'll really like besides a trophy. And I think it has a lot to do with $100 bills.
Trophy for me, sir. Just the trophy.
Right on. So, congratulations, Ed.
How's that?
Not only that,
Thank you very much.
Job well done. So, you wanna? Here, I'll take the hundreds. Here,
Wow.
just let them.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Here.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
gotta hold on to this.
I gotta hold on to that too.
See,
Well-
you just got too many.
You just
good-
hang on to
too
that
much
for
good
'em, Wally.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
we'll
just
go
want
to
to
the
say,
bar.
I get all choked up here. It's just a steelhead derby, but this is my second year steelhead. Yeah, I've been fishing my whole life, and I lived here for 20 years in BC, and I fished steelhead in Ontario. And last year, somebody said to me, "Well, now that you've coho fished, you got a steelhead fish." I'm like, "What? What are you talking about? There's steelhead here?" And I got to tell you, Fred's is a big component on my steelhead. I've got all my gear from them. They've helped me whenever I go into the store, giving me tips, all sorts of stuff. I've met a lot of nice people on the river, a lot of nice anglers who helped me out. I researched a lot on steelheading, and yeah, I missed a big one last year, and I was determined to get a big one this year. It may not be a big fish, but it's obviously the biggest fish this year, and I was pretty proud of that. And I'm pretty excited, and I want to thank you guys for everything we do for the river. Like, I just love the environment and fishing. I hate that I can't fish upriver after April 1st because it's so beautiful up there. Like, that's where I do all my fishing, is upriver. It's just gorgeous. Anyways, yeah, I'm supposed to be at work. I'm on lunch. I got to drive all the way back to Abbotsford, but
Have a donut.
I already had one, thanks. But I want to thank Wally for having this derby, and Fred for having the derby, and I look forward to next year. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let's go. Can you hear this, guys? Can you hear this? Something wrong with the audio, which is I think it's interference from this area. Yeah, okay, so I think I'm gonna end the live stream here. They just given the prize to the winner, and we donated the money to the Watershed Coalition. But for some reason, the audio keeps going in and out. Not sure why. It's showing connection is fine on here, but I think it's interference around in Chilliwack. So, anyways, I'll hold the microphone, and yeah, it sounds like interference. So they're just doing the raffle. I think we'll end the live stream here. Thank you for tuning in, guys. This was a great day. Over $30,000 donated to the Watershed Coalition, and that money will help our fish further. So yeah, anyways, I'm checking out, and we'll be posting some photos on the Facebook page tonight as well. Thank you.